Why Muhammad bin Qasim entered Sindh and conquered it in 712 CE. Introduction. Assalamu alaikum. Today I will discuss one of the most significant turning points in the history of South Asia, the entry of Muhammad bin Qasim into Sindh in 711 to 712 CE, and the reasons that led to his conquest. His expedition was not a sudden adventure, but the outcome of political, economic, religious, and strategic circumstances. To understand this conquest, we must carefully analyze the events that pushed the Umayyad Caliphate to expand into Sindh, and how Muhammad bin Qasim executed his campaign. Background: the Umayyad Caliphate and the Indian Ocean. By the early 8th century, the Umayyad Caliphate was one of the most powerful empires in the world. It stretched from Spain in the west to Central Asia in the east. The Indian Ocean had become an important highway for commerce, linking the Muslim world with the markets of India, Sri Lanka, and China. Arab merchants frequently sailed along the Sindh coast, trading goods like spices, textiles, and precious stones. However, the safety of these sea routes was threatened by pirates operating near the Indus Delta. Their attacks on merchant ships disturbed trade and alarmed the Arab authorities. For the Umayyads, securing Sindh meant securing trade, power, and prestige in the Indian Ocean. The immediate cause: the piracy incident. According to historians like al-Baladhuri and al-Tabari, the immediate reason for Muhammad bin Qasim's expedition was a piracy incident. A ship carrying Muslim women, children, and goods was attacked near Debal, a coastal city in Sindh. These women reportedly appealed for help, crying out, "Ya Hajjaj, save us." When news reached Hajjaj bin Yusuf, the powerful governor of Iraq, he demanded justice from Raja Dahir, the ruler of Sindh, but Dahir denied responsibility, arguing that the pirates were beyond his control. This refusal angered Hajjaj, who wrote to the Umayyad Caliph Awali Dai. With the Caliph's approval, Hajjaj resolved to launch a military expedition to punish Dahir and secure Sindh. Strategic and political motives. Beyond the piracy incident, deeper political and strategic motives existed. 1. Securing trade routes. Sindh's ports, especially Debal, were gateways to India. By controlling them, the Arabs could protect their shipping from pirates. 2. Expanding Umayyad influence. Al-Hajjaj was keen to extend Umayyad rule into new territories. Sindh was seen as the logical eastern frontier. 3. Weakness of local rule. Sindh was politically divided, with internal rivalries and dissatisfaction among certain groups. This weakness encouraged the Arabs to intervene. For demonstration of power, a successful conquest would show the strength of the caliphate and discourage other rulers from resisting Arab authority. Religious and humanitarian justification. Arab chroniclers also emphasized religious motives. They portrayed the expedition as a jihad to protect Muslim honor and establish justice. The captured Muslim women from the ship were a symbol of dishonor that demanded immediate redress. Furthermore, they argued that Muslim rule would bring fairness to oppressed groups in Sindh, such as Buddhists and low-caste Hindus, who suffered under the Brahmin elite. While religion played an important role in motivating soldiers, historians today suggest that political and economic factors were equally significant. The campaign of Muhammad bin Qasim, in 711 CE, Muhammad bin Qasim, a talented young general only 17 years old, was chosen to lead the expedition. He was the nephew of Hajjaj bin Yusuf and had already proved his military skills in Persia. One day, Debal 712 CE, Ibn Qasim first attacked Debal, the coastal stronghold of Sindh. Using siege engines and catapults, he breached its defenses. After victory, he built a mosque and secured the port. 2. Naran and Siwan. He advanced inland, capturing strategic towns like Naran and Siwan. Each conquest increased Arab control and weakened Dahir's authority. 3. Battle of Aror 712 CE. The decisive battle took place near the Indus River. At Aror, Raja Dahir fought with war elephants and a large army. However, Ibn Qasim's disciplined cavalry and archers neutralized the elephants. Raja Dahir was killed in battle, ending organized resistance. For Brahmanabad and Multan, after Dahir's death, Ibn Qasim moved northward, capturing Brahmanabad and eventually Multan, known as the City of Gold. These victories secured all of Sindh under Umayyad control. Raja Dahir and internal divisions. Raja Dahir was a capable ruler, but his position was weakened by internal divisions. Heavy taxation alienated many local groups. Some Buddhist and lower caste communities resented Brahmin dominance. Local chiefs, dissatisfied with Dahir's rule, sometimes cooperated with Ibn Qasim. Thus, while Dahir resisted bravely, Sindh's internal problems made conquest easier for the Arabs. Administration. After the conquest, Muhammad bin Qasim showed remarkable pragmatism as a ruler. He allowed Hindus and Buddhists to continue their religious practices under the status of dhimmis protected communities. He imposed jizya, a tax on non-Muslims, but exempted those who converted to Islam. He respected property rights and confirmed local officials in their posts if they cooperated. He introduced Islamic administration while maintaining social order. This policy reduced resistance and helped stabilize Sindh under Umayyad rule. Consequences of the conquest? The conquest of Sindh had long-lasting impacts. 1. Strategic. The Umayyads gained control of Sindh's ports, securing Indian Ocean trade routes. 2. Political. It marked the easternmost expansion of the Umayyad Empire. 3. Cultural. The conquest began centuries of interaction between Islamic and Indian civilizations. 4. Religious. Islam gradually spread in Sindh, though mass conversions took centuries. 5. Historical legacy. Muhammad bin Qasim's campaign is remembered as the gateway of Islam into the Indian subcontinent. Legacy of Muhammad bin Qasim. Although his rule was short-lived, he was recalled and executed due to political intrigues. Muhammad bin Qasim left a profound legacy. He is remembered in history as a young but brilliant commander, a pragmatic administrator who balanced conquest with tolerance, the man who opened the doors of the subcontinent to Islam. For Pakistanis today, he is often regarded as the first Muslim hero of the land. Conclusion, dear listeners, the conquest of Sindh by Muhammad bin Qasim in 712 CE was not the result of a single event, but a combination of factors. The piracy incident, the refusal of Raja Dahir to cooperate, the strategic ambitions of the Umayyads, and the internal weaknesses of Sindh. While Arab chroniclers highlighted the religious justification, historians recognized that political, economic, and military motives were equally important. Muhammad bin Qasim's campaign secured trade, expanded the empire, and introduced Islam to the subcontinent. His legacy is complex, but undeniably significant. He laid the foundation for centuries of Muslim presence in South Asia, shaping the history, culture, and identity of the region. Pakistan Zindabad.